everybody. Good evening, and welcome back to another episode of the Football Premi podcast. Today, this is Anirudh here, your host for today, and I'm joined by Shabu, the mastermind behind this Football Premi podcast group, and also Arun Walson, one of the members of the gang who's really done a great job in the mini league last year. So today's topic is around the Fantasy Premier League, right? And all of us have different approaches to it. But I think the best approach that I have seen so far, and this was news to me, was something that Magnus Carlsen did last year. And today we have Shabdish, who's going to talk about how that model works and how all of us can leverage it with a little bit of knowledge, of course, of machine learning. So over to you, Shabu. Tell us what this model is all about and what makes it so special.
Okay. So yeah, thanks, Andrew. So let me just start with sharing my screen here. So as Andrew was talking about this, and basically, Premier League, Fantasy Premier League, it's easier to pick the top three players, right? Your Salahs and your Aubas or Harry Kanes or Agueros, looking at the schedule or form. But I always saw that winners, the difference is what you pick in the other side of the team, right? Your 4.5 or 5.5. അവിടെയാണ് കളി തിരിയുന്നത്, റൈറ്റ്? അപ്പോൾ ഈ മാഗ്നസ് കാൾസന്റെ ഇങ്ങനെ ട്വിറ്ററിൽ ഞാൻ ഫോളോ ചെയ്യാറുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ഹി വാസ് ടോക്കിംഗ് അബൌട്ട് എ സ്റ്റാൻഡ് മോഡൽ. അങ്ങനെയാണ് ഞാൻ റിസർച്ച് തുടങ്ങിയത്. കുറച്ച് എഫേർട്ട് വേണ്ടി വന്നു, പക്ഷെ ഓവറോൾ ദ കൺസെപ്റ്റ് ഈസ് ബേസിക്കലി വെരി സിമ്പിൾ. they have created a mathematical model based on home team versus away team. So say if the game is at Anfield, there is high probability that Liverpool will win, or the game is at Old Trafford, there's high probability that United will win. So our probability vechittu and previous scores vechittu, what they're doing is they're training the machine and the model to tell that in a particular game who will win, right? Now say if United is playing Leicester and United always wins, now you have to pick more United players than Leicester players. So on top of that, you can keep adding, they call it as covariates. Covariates എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ പുതിയ attributes. It could be the attacking prowess of the team, the defensive prowess of the team. So this model കുറിച്ച് അധികം ഡീറ്റെയിൽ പറയില്ല. This is how it looks like. It was built by Dixon and Coles. It was an age-old theory. It's since then 1997. What it basically says is, every team has a defending aptitude and attacking aptitude, and looking at the log normal value of their success rates. In probability, everything is based on 0 to 1. So what is the overall probability of your team to win? Now, you take ഇതിനെ BPL എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. ഇത് പൈത്തൺ ലൈബ്രറിയാണ്. ഇതിനെ വേറൊരു പ്രൊജക്റ്റ് ഉണ്ട്. ഇറ്റ്സ് കോൾഡ് Arsenal. Okay, so artificial intelligence Arsenal. They're very responsive on GitHub. ഞാൻ തന്നെ സെറ്റപ്പ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ എനിക്ക് കുറേ ഇഷ്യൂസ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. They were very friendly. ഞാൻ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചോദിച്ചതിനൊക്കെ ആൻസർ പറഞ്ഞു. So if you want to contribute, you guys are into Python and ML, definitely check this out. What they say is, it's not only about a BPL model, but there are a lot of other attributes like the FIFA rating of the player, how good he is in the air, and how good he is in getting assists. What is his tackle ratio? What is his save ratio for a goalkeeper? This data good are collected. They are making it in a package, and they are making it very user friendly, where you just run one command, it will tell you the probable team for next week. That will include everybody. Means the players who are they are outliers, or who are the cheap buys, etc. So let me show you the one thing that I did. So I set up the PyCharm open source version. I ran it for next 3 weeks. So it will take into consideration the difficulty level of the fixtures. It will take into consideration of whether you are home or away. It will take into consideration their availability. FPL injured availability. It will also take into consideration of blank games. Like this week, City കളിക്കുന്നില്ല, United കളിക്കുന്നില്ല, Villa കളിക്കുന്നില്ല, Burnley കളിക്കുന്നില്ല, right? And these teams miss ചെയ്തിട്ട് നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ ടീം എടുത്ത് പിന്നെ they'll definitely be blank, right? അപ്പോൾ പിന്നെ അവരെ ബെഞ്ചിൽ വെക്കണം, അങ്ങനെ you have to work around. So if you do this, what they are saying is your best expected game point, your points for the game week is 51, and that is without captaincy. captaincy if anything click you will get more than easily 70 points, which is more than the average. The average for first week is always around 40-45 points. So you will get a good start. So this is the team machine is predicting. Goalkeeper Becker, Alisson Becker from Liverpool, and then defenders are Enda Stevens, Joel Ward, and Serge Aurier. Midfield Oba, Son, and Zaha. Wijnaldum, Mount, and forwards Harry Kane, Jordan Ayew, and your subs are Egan O'Connell and Dominic Lewin and David Martin. David Martin, നമുക്ക് എപ്പോഴും പ്രശ്നമുള്ള കാര്യം നമ്മൾ അവസാനം കുറെ കാശിലുണ്ടാകുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഈ തട്ടിക്കൂട്ട് പ്ലേയേഴ്സിനൊക്കെ ആഡ് ചെയ്യും. അങ്ങനെയാണ് ഈ ഡേവിഡ് മാർട്ടിൻ ജസ്റ്റ് കോസ്റ്റ് 4 million, and similarly some of the other players like Joel Ward is only 4.5. Angane. So I think this will give us a good starting point. Where to go. But I don't think this is perfect because all their models, if you go directly by the model, you will finish in the top 30% of the Premier League participant. That is like among 1 million, you will definitely be in the top 300,000, which itself is a very good, return on investment of money, whatever time you spend on this.
Yeah, but this thing doesn't probably cover everything, right? For example, like you were saying, Shabu, Serge Aurier has moved out.
Correct.
And also personal preferences, because we all have our preferred strategy. Invest heavy in a goalkeeper, or goalkeeper should be cheap, put that money for a midfielder. And at this point, I'd like to bring in Arun, who really succeeded in our mini league last year. What would be the changes that you would bring in if you were running this model and putting it as your team?
Yeah. First of all, thank you, guys, and really good work, Shabu. I really appreciate the effort here, and mostly I would try to make the budget pretty tight. Okay, so I wouldn't go pretty lavish with goalkeepers, for example. In this case, we have Alisson. So mostly I would have gone with somebody like Matt Ryan or McCarthy, or in that range, under 5, 4.5, 5, where we can actually utilize the other for a must-haves, So the must-haves is actually a bit confusing when you look at the algorithm. We don't really see the must-haves there. Oba is there, but I would have definitely gone ahead and spent some money on Alexander Arnold.
Mm-hmm.
So that is actually based on form and previous year performance and a lot of things, right?
Right.
So that is on defense. I would have splashed on
he's coming
Trent.
back from injury, I think, right?
Yeah, he is.
We can change it parallelly. We'll sort of പറയുമ്പോൾ ഞാൻ മാറ്റിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് നോക്കാമല്ലോ എന്താവുന്നു.
Yeah. So McCarthy there, and then actually defense I would have actually splashed for Trent, and these are like the premium must-haves, like, so you if you go to the midfield again, Oba's already there. I would have gone ahead with but we have another challenge here of first week being blank, for Manchester United and City. So we cannot really go ahead and keep City players and United players, or Burnley or Aston Villa, right? So in those cases, we will have a real challenge because all the must-haves are mostly United and City players, and Liverpool players, of course, right? Other than Oba, you see. Right. So right in this case, it's a little tricky. So in this scenario, I would have obviously removed Wijnaldum, and gone for somebody like Thomas Susek, or since West Ham is playing home and they are playing Newcastle, I think. So probably I would have gone with that, and he's a cheaper version.
Yeah.
and instead of
what's the goal like he scores a lot of goals also. I think he scored a few goals.
Yeah, at least I think if not goals, at least we will get an assist.
Okay.
അതാണ് ഒരു കണ്ടിട്ടുള്ളത്. So
what about Mount? Mount doesn't, I mean, he's got a lot of competition coming into that slot, right?
Yeah, I don't see him starting. I don't know. I don't see him starting. Probably it will be very difficult for him to start now.
That's the other thing with the model, right? You don't have, if your players have not been in the EPL, there's no way to get data. So, Werner, they're all missing from the model, which we have.
But, yeah, actually, but ഈ ആഴ്ച അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കഴിഞ്ഞ ആഴ്ച ഈ ഇതുണ്ടായിരുന്നല്ലോ, നേഷൻസ് ലീഗ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇന്റർനാഷണൽ ഫ്രണ്ട്ലീസ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. സോ we can judge based on, I mean, we should judge based on form as well. So form is a very important factor. So if we don't go only behind data, that doesn't really give us an idea about form, first thing. And second thing is fixtures. I always check for almost say 5 fixtures continuously, where a player has easy fixtures or tough fixtures. ആ ഒരു മോഡൽ നോക്കിയിട്ടില്ലെങ്കിൽ we will have to really spend time or not time, money swapping players.
Right. Look ahead.
Actually, I do that. I learned to do that last time, because that is the only way where you will minimize your transfers.
Oh, okay.
And the key thing is like you have to minimize your transfers all the time. It is very, very tempting to cut a -4 or a -8, like you thinking like it's only -4. You can afford it, but that really matters when you are in the last week, or because you really have to save your points.
All right. Got it.
Interesting perspective. So the data can take you so far, but then you really have to put in your own intelligence and information that you have.
Correct. Yeah, like for example, I said, right, ipo Zaha is something ee ML algorithm ingane ആലോചിക്കുക പോലും ഇല്ല, കാരണം I have reference to players.
That was not even on my mind.
Yeah, but now I am looking at it. Zaha has good record with Southampton. His numbers in home games are very high. Similarly, Son, right? He always performs really well at home. And now I swapped Aurier with Doherty because Aurier is leaving, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
and doubled up on Sheffield United defense.
Yeah.
They are playing
Wolves.
Wolves. Yeah, but again, I would have replaced Mount with Foden or somebody, and Foden is kind of a must-have according to me in this whole season. Like you can really rely on him, and he's cheap, and you can actually bench him and play, say, Oba, Zaha, Susek, and so on.
Oh, okay.
What is your preferred go-to formation? Do you do a 3-4-3? Do you do 3-5-2? And then what's your strategy?
3-4-3. I've always almost stuck to that, unless you have a really this time, if you have noticed, there is a change of things from Premier League, where you have midfielders and strikers modified to midfielders and midfielders modified to strikers, right?
Yep.
So there will be a lot of midfielders who are actually going to score.
Yeah.
So you will have,
there'll be 3-5-2 mostly, because
yes, exactly. So I think this time we will be quite forced to do that, probably, to have a 3-5-2. I always used to stick with 3-4-3, but I think I always try to fit in Vardy or say Ings or somebody to make always the strikers 3 strikers. But this time probably it will be only 2 strikers and more of midfielders.
Actually, with Arsenal project, there is a recent bug for 3-5-2.
Yeah.
last year they never used it. Looks like they were always using 4-4-2 or 3-4-3.
Okay.
So this year somebody has asked, "Hey, can you update the code so that we can put 3-5-2 also?"
Okay.
It looks like everybody is now shifting towards 3-5-2.
So there you have
correct.
We've got inputs from Shabrish about the models and first-hand experience from somebody like Arun, who had a great season last year, was among the top 5 consistently every game week. And if you're interested, subscribe and look out for more videos. As the season starts, we would be trying to cover previews for each game week, and you'll see more guest stars coming in. And check out some of our other videos. I think Shabrish did a video earlier today with Abhi, looking at what the value buys and what the premium picks for each position could be, right?
Correct.
Thank you so much for watching, and see you again soon.
All right.
See you guys. Thank you. Bye.